The disappearance of Tiffany Sessions, a Florida mystery that still haunts Gainesville. On the evening of February 9th, 1989, 20-year-old Tiffany Sessions, a University of Florida student, left her Gainesville apartment for her regular evening jog, but she never returned. Despite one of the largest missing persons investigations in Florida history, Tiffany's fate remains unknown even today. Decades later, authorities believe they may have identified her killer, but her body has never been found. Tiffany Sessions was a finance major at the University of Florida, known for her ambition and intelligence. She had a bright future ahead of her and came from a loving family in South Florida. She was last seen leaving her apartment at Casablanca East condominiums around 6 p.m., dressed in a red sweatshirt, running shorts, and white Reebok sneakers. Tiffany was an avid jogger and often followed the same route. When she didn't return that evening, her roommate grew concerned. By the next morning, her father, Patrick Sessions, a Miami-based businessman, launched a relentless search effort that would continue for decades. Law enforcement quickly mobilized, launching what would become one of the largest missing persons cases in Florida history. Helicopters, search dogs, and hundreds of volunteers combed Gainesville. Police interviewed potential witnesses, including a man who reported seeing a woman matching Tiffany's description, talking to an unidentified individual in a car. Despite these efforts, no clear leads emerged. There was no signs of struggle, no personal belongings left behind, and no communication from Tiffany. She had simply vanished. Over the years, investigators pursued multiple theories. Maybe it could have been a random abduction. Gainesville had experienced a spike in crime, and authorities feared Tiffany had been kidnapped by a predator. Another theory is that it could have been a stalker or serial killer. Some speculated that she had been targeted by someone who had watched her routine. Another theory we have is that Tiffany left voluntarily. Though unlikely, some initially theorized that she may have left on her own. However, nothing suggested she had planned to disappear. In 2014, police announced they had a prime suspect, Paul Rolls, a convicted murderer and rapist who had been in the Gainesville area at the time of Tiffany's disappearance. Rolls had a history of violent crimes dating back to the 1970s. He had been convicted of brutal murder and sexual assaults, but was released from prison in the early 1980s. By 1989, he was working in Gainesville as a delivery driver. His routes covered Tiffany's jogging path. Investigators discovered a chilling clue in Rolls' personal diary. The date of Tiffany's disappearance was marked with a cryptic note, suggesting he may have been responsible. However, before police could question him further, Rolls died of cancer in 2013. Tiffany's father, Patrick Sessions, never gave up. He's dedicated years to raising awareness about missing persons, working closely with law enforcement to keep the case alive. Even after police named Rolls as the likely suspect, Patrick continued searching for his daughter's remains. Despite extensive searches near areas where Rolls was known to have disposed of victims, Tiffany's bodies have never been found. Though authorities strongly believe Paul Rolls abducted and killed Tiffany, the lack of physical evidence prevents them from closing the case completely. Tiffany remains classified as a missing person, and her family still hopes for definitive answers. If you have any information regarding Tiffany Sessions' disappearance, contact the Alachua County Police Office or submit an anonymous tip through Crime Stoppers. Even after 35 years, solving this case could finally bring Tiffany home. Tiffany's disappearance remains one of Florida's most haunting mysteries, a case that still lingers in the minds of those who remember that fateful February evening in 1989. If you liked this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, share it to other people. And as always, continue to look for the history in film.